I think there's two possibilities. One is that they are hyperdrive drones being perfected by the Chinese, the United States, and Russia. These are drone devices that can go between Mach 5 and Mach 20 times the speed of sound.
Wow.
They maneuver, they zigzag. That's why we're building them, to evade a Star Wars system. That's one possibility. The other possibility is that we're being visited by an extraterrestrial civilization. You can't rule that out. So I think that I think that the burden of proof has shifted. The burden of proof used to be on the believers of UFOs. Now the burden of proof is on the military and the government to prove that they are not extraterrestrial visitations from outer space.
Especially when you
But I have a word of advice. I get a lot of emails from people that claim they've been kidnapped by a flying saucer. I got a word of advice. The next time you're kidnapped by a flying saucer, for God's sake, steal something.
Yeah, grab something.
Yeah.
I don't care whether it's a chip, a hammer, an alien, whatever, steal something. There's no law against stealing from an exterrestrial civilization. No law whatsoever. They can't sue you in court.
No, there is no galaxy court. But when we talk about the aliens and the sightings and all that other stuff that we've seen, it seems to be this like cigar type shape to whatever this ship is.
Yeah.
And it seems to be the same image over and over and over again. So if it was Russia, China, or even our own government, why would they be built symmetrically the same? Is that the only way you can get them to go to Mach 5 to Mach 20?
That's probably a good. I mean, I would say it's more about the being agile than it is about the aerodynamic speed. Because, I mean, if you think about something that's elongated like that, it's going to be spinning on a center axis, right? So it could divert course a little more easily that way. But, I mean, who knows, right?
Well, yeah, what's your theory?
The whole thing about these things is the hypersonic drives travel slower than an ICBM. ICBMs go more than Mach 20, but ICBMs are not maneuverable. And that's what the Russians, the Chinese, and the American military want, to evade a Star Wars defensive shield. For that, you need maneuverability. Now, if you calculate the G-forces when these objects go zigzagging, it's greater than the force of our bones, so that any human inside a flying saucer would be crushed to death. So in other words, if they are extraterrestrial, they're probably drones. Nothing that we know of that's organic can survive the G-forces inside these UFOs.
Right. You don't think maybe there's a version, like an extremophile, that instead of resistant to heat or cold is resistant to force? I don't know what that would look like, but I guess anything's possible, right?
Yeah, anything's possible when you talk about extraterrestrial civilizations. We don't know their biology, but if they are Earth-like to any degree, they're carbon-based, they have protein molecules, DNA molecules, then they probably would not be able to withstand the zigzag forces, meaning that they're probably drones.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I think that's a good supposition. Also, one of the things a lot of people have said, and there's something I agree with about extraterrestrials visiting here, is if they had, we would never probably know it, because someone that's that advanced to be able to get here in the first place, right? Because if they're traveling through wormholes or just using standard space travel, which I don't know how the hell that would work. If they would be significantly or sufficiently advanced enough that they would probably be able to cloak themselves from us as well. Probably, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think, first of all, that in the future, we're going to be able to digitize ourselves. Everything known about ourselves will be digitized, and we'll be immortal as a consequence. And we can put ourselves on our digitized selves on laser beams and laser port ourselves to outer space at the speed of light. So our digitized consciousness would be on the moon in 1 second. We would be on Mars in 20 minutes at the speed of light. And on the moon, we would put a mainframe computer to download our digitized soul into an avatar. So our avatar would be super handsome, super pretty, super strength, and we can thrive any planet in the galaxy, expanding throughout the universe at the speed of light. Now, if these digitized aliens were to land on the Earth, they would put their digitized consciousness in an avatar.
Right.
That avatar could look anything they want.
Yeah, and it might.
So I don't want to get people paranoid, but this is something out of Men in Black.
Well, it's something out of Battlestar Galactica with the Cylons, right? I mean, that's kind of the story, is that the machines turn themselves into human avatars after a while. So with Elon Musk's new tech, with the what's it called?
Brain chip, yeah.
The BioLink or whatever it is. Neuralink.
Neuralink,
So the Neuralink might be the entire hard drive on which somebody puts themselves into a human body at some point. Like an organic body, that would
So
work.
I think we should forget about flying saucers and rocket ships.
Mm-hmm.
If you can digitize your personality and shoot it at the speed of light, you don't need a rocket ship.
Right.
You're traveling at the speed of light, and you can colonize the galaxy in 100,000 years because the galaxy is 100,000 light years across. That's how an advanced alien civilization would explore the universe. Forget rocket ships. Rocket ships to them are so 20th century. They would simply digitize themselves and shoot their consciousness at the speed of light, and then put avatars where they can colonize any planet they desire with any atmosphere, any gravitational force, and maybe they're already here.